What's up, guys? This is a Lego model that I've done representing my Discovery 2. Um, I put a lot of work into making it as accurate as possible, and now I have a couple little crooked lights. But as you can see, the rack's represented, the lights on the rack are represented. Got the brush bar on there with its two auxiliary lights. Got my headlights, my orange idle lights, and turn signals, um, tail lights. I got my the rear door ladder, license plate, rear carry spare. Got my bottom fog lights, tow hitch. Got the black wheel arches, um, and all of the spacing is proportionate. Of course, I couldn't get some of the curvature in the side of the car because, well, it's Lego. But I've got the little beaker windows up top that continue on that third row, or in the trunk space, and I have the drive shaft represented underneath to kind of represent some of the depth of all the complex stuff going on underneath the car, just so that the bottom wasn't totally flat. But yeah, so there's actually a little bit more to it, and the hood actually comes up, and I have the engine represented under the hood. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that, and then after that I'll give you a side-by-side comparison of the model next to my car. So once the hood piece is removed, um, you can see that I have basically a real low resolution representation of the engine. And you'll notice I have a little rod over here, and I have this little uh, grabber piece, one stud grabber piece here. So to prop up the hood, I kind of made it so that you can use this method of taking it apart and putting it back together, instead of hinging it, because the scale is just too small for me to hinge it. And if I would have hinged it, there would have been a giant gap up here. So couldn't do that, but I came up with this. So I'll go ahead and cut to the pieces assembled and the hood propped. So this is what it looks like once I get those two pieces onto the hood, and it just sits on there. Nothing's really holding it down but gravity. It looks really similar to what the car actually looks like when the hood's propped up, but got the prop on the right side, or the correct side, and got my coolant represented in the orange, just the main engine block, washer fluid reservoir, and radiator with that little slitted piece up there, and the gray bricks just kind of, the gray studs kind of represent some of the depth that it's just too hard to show with Legos on a small scale like that. But for the most part, it's pretty accurate. So I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like side by side with my car. Something I forgot to mention earlier is that the inside is accurately represented. I have the steering wheel, I have a little gauge cluster to kind of represent my dash, and second row seats that are a little bit higher than the front row, and there's a cargo space in the back. Um, and last but not least, the little home for this car is right up here under my dash. Sits there real comfortably, and not in the way of anything, and it goes everywhere my car goes. So that's it for my Lego model of my Discovery 2. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more good videos.